So guys, we're back. Pixel Profits.
Pixel Profits 33. We got Josh back, man. He's made a reappearance on the podcast.
Yo, how's it going?
Man, I
Cousin
couldn't get enough
Josh.
of you, bro. I couldn't get enough of you. What can I say? Like last time, just what we were talking about. Just, you left us hanging. Actually, to be honest with you, like it's been a while since we've heard you continue talking about it. So you got to finish off, and maybe you got to recap. You got to do a few things. You probably know best what remix you want to hear. You left us pretty much with like the world was ending. In your mind,
That's right.
You had to reconstruct it.
Reality,
Just reality sort of
Red
disappeared.
dragons or something. It's just, like that was your spirit animal to like guide you. The next one was Chinese. It's a little racist. A little bit, could have been anything. It was that, So
Okay, wait, let's start there. That's a good entry point. Why the dragon, bro? I was actually interested by that motif as well.
Were you calm? Were you like?
Dude, I was so calm, dude. Everything was beautiful. Like, everything like leading up to it calmed me down because I was kind of nervous when I did it.
Yeah.
So the shamans made me all comfortable. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it, all right.
And you're full of fucking poison from a recluse spider.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
not forget that you just had poison in you, bro.
I
Should
know.
been, maybe it purified you or
that's
something.
wild
Bro.
as well.
I don't know.
Spider-Man vibes.
Well, actually, if you go further into my trip, like there's like spider-related stuff. So
Oh,
we'll
so
go
tell
back.
us. Yeah.
Let's go back to the dragon. So,
Okay.
Okay, dragon led you in.
So, all right. So I did the trip. Was that I drank the ayahuasca. Everything, reality sort of disappeared.
Okay.
The dragon, a yellow Chinese dragon. I clearly remember this was flying around in the sky and then came towards me. And then as it approached me, that's when the trip started. Like this got super intense. Like the most intense thing that's probably ever happened to me in my life. What happened was I became everything.
Oh, I don't know what that means, bro.
Like, I know this is hard to explain, but I became everything. I became a table. I became a lie. I became a fucking eagle. I became
Really?
everything. Everything was
Mentally or
a vibe,
experientially?
physically, spiritually.
No way.
Yeah,
All
like
the
I
dimensions.
was everything. I was every vibration imaginable.
And can I say, was it memories that were like you're like I'm evil now because I'm thinking through a
No,
memory, and you're like I was definitely evil.
No,
here?
I was everything.
There was no separation.
Nothing. I was
And
everything.
how did you know you were evil then?
let's
Was it
say
the whole shade was
but everything was like positive and negative.
Oh, okay.
So like let's say I became the lie, like that was negative, and then I became the eagle, that was positive, and then, you know what I mean.
But
That's hard to describe, but it was all
okay.
vibrations.
Is this where you also learn language is important? Because if you fill your life with these images or language that's happy, you become light. Because you're saying the eagle was light, so it wasn't dark.
It was
so therefore,
positive.
You should have more positive things in your life, more positive language or more positive objects of language. Did you have any recollection about language? And
No, I just
keeping
remember
positive?
being super intense. Like I was everything at one point, and like that was so intense. And then all of a sudden, like I heard in the background like the shaman walking past, and then he breathed like I think it was called a rapé, like it's like a tobacco like around me.
Yeah.
Then I started getting like flashes of animals.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was like a flash, like it was like and I don't know where the fuck I was. It felt like I was in space, but I started seeing like an eagle, a deer, and then I remember seeing a butterfly. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I saw a fucking giant spider.
Oh, that would have been it for me, bro.
So that's where I think this could have gone south, because
Okay.
like I saw the spider, and obviously because my spider bite, I just sort of like reclused.
Yeah.
And then the spider sort of reclused. And
Recluse spider.
And then I was just like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? It's just like, hang on, I'm in fucking space. Like, this is like too much of a coincidence, you know what I mean? And I've tripped like mushrooms and stuff in the past, and you got to let it take you where it wants you to take you. Yeah. So I just embraced the spider.
Wait, hugged it.
Like, no, I just let this.
You're a hippie. It's just like,
That's what I would have done. Like,
just
come, spider.
Just let the spider do its thing. Like,
Let it do its thing.
Yeah, just
whatever
like
it wanted to do.
Yeah, like let
my
the trip
God.
take you where it wants it to, and then like
man.
that's when like, dude, it was like bliss. Like I don't know, a feeling of bliss like came over me for like, I'm not joking, it felt like days.
Do you reckon the spider like felt bad and you were like connecting with it? Like it bit you like previously? Like you connected with the spider that actually bit you? It's like, and he's like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't, cause you harm or some shit like that.
I spoke to the shaman after my trip, and he said that's like something we'd give to you to protect you.
What?
Like a
To protect you. You had an evil spirit that came.
no, just like this, like the animals.
Yeah.
That's
they're
protecting.
They
you.
sprayed on you. The thing they sprayed on you that protects you. Is that what you mean by they gave it to you to protect you?
No,
The
just
smoke.
wherever.
smoke.
Maybe, but he said the shamans are there to protect you.
Okay.
And that's like part of the animals is like a group.
A group of like
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a protection thing because fuck knows where I am. You know what I mean?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not in this reality.
Wow.
So like wherever that was, you know what I mean?
Where was
There's
it then?
I don't know.
Okay, so this is a good question.
I personally think it's not this dimension.
Like not this time and space?
No, definitely not. Because like I said, when I had that bliss, it literally felt like days, and the whole trip only goes for like maybe 6 or 7 hours.
Fuck, bro. That's what gets me. Like when I think about my spiritual journey, the question is like, where is now? Because your experience happened in the now.
Yeah.
And you introduced me to Eckhart Tolle,
Yeah,
Power
yeah.
of Now.
Yeah, yeah.
I never actually read Power of Now. I only read the New Earth, but it was enough to give me the idea.
Yeah, yeah,
So if it's always now, even in the trip, it was now.
yeah.
And that's the power of the
Yeah.
non-duality.
Time was not there.
Yeah. So
Time-
where were you though?
I don't know.
That's the trip.
Look, I've done a life past regression, and essentially they say they
Past life.
sorry,
Yeah.
regression.
Yeah.
They say that they hypnotize you, but really it's like you're just getting to a really calm state. You're getting creative. You're seeing images in your mind. You can start imagining better what they're saying. So you're imagining it, opposed to like hypnotism where you're out of control. You're partaking in it, right? And essentially, there's a part of my personality that actually had images, like scenarios, like social dynamics, and they actually resonated with parts of what I felt. And so I learned more about myself by visualizing what these emotions were, and I placed them as scenes. So like you look around, you like you're a person, you're in an environment, and all these scenes reflected how I felt. Do you think like you were just reflecting or seeing the images of what you felt? Because don't forget, it is biological. You're having euphoria spikes and ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you're just like visualizing with creative flair what these emotions feel like to you accurately in visual form?
Nah, I was not,
Fuck
bro.
that.
I was,
Fuck that.
nah, dude. I like,
Yeah, it's beyond, huh?
yeah. This is something I cannot even comprehend. But like, I was me, my Joshness,
Yeah.
in another dimension. That's what I think it is. Like,
Okay, so how do you? So you come back from this, and we want to hear like maybe more about the question and answers that you had going on as well. with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
eye that you were telling me about.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, let's go forward. Okay.
Yeah. So like,
Wait, I want to ask you a question before we go. I want to ask something.
okay.
How do you? You just said you have a mystery living in your brain called this experience.
Yeah.
So this experience is a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
It lives in your brain as a memory.
Yes.
How do you process it, bro?
Are you still learning from it? Like, do you wake up even today and you go, "Oh yeah, that
Yes.
shit really read." So you're learning constantly.
Well, it's just like I remember during the trip, like as like when I had this bliss, I was communicating with this eye,
Okay, yeah.
but I wasn't communicating verbally. Like it was like breath. It was communicating.
Oh my god, that's
and
amazing.
I was just getting these waves of just bliss. However, during that, like those waves of bliss, like it was like I felt like my soul was like covered.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like I haven't like I don't know. I was sort of like real covered. You know, I can't explain it, but it was something like around my soul.
And the soul is the feeling of me.
Yeah, that was my meanness. That
That's
was my
your-
Joshness.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you were saying you had a friend that did it at a bad time in his life, and he had a negative experience.
Yeah.
Do
So
you connect with him on that plane now? Still, like you go, "Whoa, we're still in it. Like we're still in that thing." But yeah, jokes, we're in reality. But wink, wink. It's still crazy shit, right?
yeah, we
Fucking,
we
like-
actually joked about that afterwards because like we were just like, oh my god, we literally just went to another dimension or did something, and then it's like, oh yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for breakfast. You know what I mean? We're just like, you know what I mean? We're just joking about it, but it's just like his experience was way different to mine. Like he obviously came into it with a real negative mindset of going through a divorce and stuff and just needed to escape it. But in hindsight, like he got like what he needed to overcome like his just darkness. Like, you know what I mean?
Powerful. So it's a powerful medicine, and I think. Do you think? Sorry. Are you an advocate for it now?
1,000%. Like 1,000%. Like like they give it to 9-year-olds in Peru.
Really?
Yeah.
They just blossom their creative flair with this like ultra masculine kind of like experience. Like, do you feel it is a bit of a superiority like additive? Like you've done something no one else has done, and so
Nah.
no one can tell you shit. Like,
I,
it's like
I don't think of it like that. I just think it's like a very personal thing, to be honest. Like it's not something I feel like it's something I would encourage people to do in Peru.
Yeah, and
Oh,
at a place that has
Proper
Education,
shamans and like proper like
so you taking
facilities
your
and
kids-
stuff.
Are you taking your kids to go get it done?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. When my
That's
kids are
wild.
old enough, I'm going like, let's go see some weird shit.
you gonna do it?
Yeah, dude. It's dude.
Daddy, why you make me go crazy?
I'm only 9 years
Why
old.
you make me go crazy?
Maybe not when they're 9, but maybe when they're like in their 20s or something.
Crazy, Daddy. I'm seeing. No, I think that's like.
Yeah. Because like after my trip, like, dude, I felt like I did 10 years of therapy. Like I had too much energy. You know?
Did
what I
ya?
mean?
Good
Yeah.
on you,
I
man.
felt like my eye, like Brett said, my eyes were like sparkling. Like it was great.
There has been accounts of
Amazing.
people having joint trips where they see the same stuff
Is
and like
there?
in the same way. So like it really does sort of propagate the idea that you're on a plane experiencing another dimension where like you're all there together. Like a lot of people see like what is Panthers, Black Panthers and things, and it's like they all saw it together. So it's not like a singular experience. Maybe it's through suggestion. You could say that maybe they're suggesting to each other to see things, but there is a level of community in the experience when you do it together. That's what I've heard.
Do you guys know much about Terence McKenna and his brother?
A little
I can't
bit,
remember
yeah.
what's his brother's name? I can't remember.
Dennis.
His name's
McKenna.
Dennis.
That's right. He was
So
on
I read the
Joe
book. I think it's called Strange Encounters, or one of the books about what him and Dennis did as young kids in the Amazon. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember the book's name. True Hallucinations.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This book is a trip.
Okay.
Like UFO contact in the Amazon on psilocybin, but the psilocybin had been in them for a long period of time.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I'm talking like, obviously it's very different from ayahuasca, but the trip that he described and how him and his brother were trying to like mimic what was some of the shamans could do, like all this really trippy stuff. And when I read that, I was like, I can't believe there's so much to be explored in that realm. The mushroom realm, the DMT realm. Am I the person to do it? I'm like, I think I'm an earth sign, so I'm really connected to the earth. So like,
really
I don't know if it's me. I don't know if I'm ever going to do it, but if I get called, I'll obviously, heed the call.
Yeah, if it's a calling, go for it. That's my advice.
So do you know we're actually in a Taurus is a ground sign and it's like a new moon. That's what Lily's telling me now. So we're in like a grounded. You're gonna feel more comfort, connected, more like grounded this moon. But last moon was shit. Supposedly last moon. I don't know. Like that. It's like feedback you get after the fact. You don't know. Like I can't look back and say was the last moon cycle fucking shit or not. But supposedly we should all feel more grounded and comforted this moon cycle. If that makes sense. I don't know if you guys feel that, but
I don't know, but I can feel all the shifts. So energetically, I know like, Thomas, don't do anything today.
Yeah, right.
I'll be like, don't do anything. So like, I'll just won't do anything. I will just like literally get sunlight and relax. I'm big on sunlight now. I reckon the sun is the key to everything that you
good
want.
for your
I agree.
mitochondria. I heard it's good for your mitochondria. Seeing the sun is better for your mitochondria.
It's
than
like
other stuff. Like,
it's like the effects of sunlight gazing. I reckon we're only at the beginning of understanding
I
it.
reckon my eyes have gotten better since I've started doing it.
Everything's got better. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
My eyesight's gotten a little bit better.
where's this? What do you? This is trippy, but I'll share it with you guys. Okay. So you guys think that you're looking at 3D objects, right? Really, you're just seeing sight, and that sight is just like light being reflected back off. So what's the source of light? The sun. Like you're always seeing the sun when you're outside.
Yeah.
But it's reflecting off all these objects. So you never see the object, you just see the reflection.
Yeah. That's
So you're always seeing the sun, bro. Like we don't even look at the sun and say you're the source of light on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
And we're just all sitting there fucking pretending like the sun's like the most powerful object in the universe, in our galaxy anyway. In our universe.
You're right. It's insane how crazy it is.
We revolve around it. We are
Yeah.
orbiting it. Yeah, we don't even give it our attention. They're saying, get 20 minutes in the morning. It's like, bro, you should be fucking thanking God there's a sun, bro.
Yeah, how crazy. We just take that for granted.
The
sun.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're all good. Business, AI. It's like, bro, without the sun, there's no galaxy. Elon Musk, there's no Mars, brother. You know?
Bro, I didn't even think about it like that. How crazy. We always take the sun just for granted when it's
100%.
the most powerful thing ever.
If the fucking moon's affecting you, what's the sun doing?
Yeah, true. That's true.
does the sun move though, kind of like the moon does? Because like the moon obviously has its own rotation. So like, does that?
Wait, I've got something to drop on you guys. They're dropping research about what gravity is. Gravity is just information. So within quantum entanglement, I'll share it with you on LinkedIn, bro. This can't trip me out. So I went down the.
It's just information, man.
So it is. And do you know
Tell
what's a
father
sun?
50, 70 years ago, and he's like, you fucking get back in your room, you fucking whack.
Got your sideburns, you hippie.
Man, I feel sorry for any other generation of people, bro. They didn't know shit. If they don't know that gravity is fucking information, no, like the balls on these guys to even say anything, like they knew what the answer was, Like Newton, it's fucking the apple. It's like, no, that's just information, man.
It's unbelievable. And people don't even know, like, I saw like a leaf drop the other day, and then I was like, you motherfuckers are sleeping on gravity. No one even knows that you're walking sideways on a planet.
Yeah,
So
true.
you're literally walking this way because of the gravity of the planet. You think you're standing upright,
Yeah, that's true.
but you're walking sideways.
Yeah. What I don't understand about gravity is like, is it pulling you?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
Where
that's the
were you
thing.
during your trip?
There was no gravity there.
That's
Trust
what I'm
me.
saying, bro.
There was nothingness there.
So it could be information. The Earth's information or something like because we're all children of the Earth, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have an Earth body. You have an Earth body.
My body.
Everyone was born and is a child of the Earth. Where's your mum? And it's your gravity, right? It's pulling you back to your source.
Yeah, that's
You,
true, man.
you
You're
gotta tell me
saying?
more about this.
Yeah.
How do they get gravity as information? That's what's interesting.
I got to send it to you on LinkedIn. I don't know maths. I don't know how to do the maths
So there's
question.
maths to this. It's not just
This
like...
is quantum entanglement maths.
Jeez.
So we're talking about entangled particles, the other podcast, like how
Yeah.
particles across dimensions or galaxies can move at the same time,
Yeah, yeah.
and but they can track this
Did you
somehow.
know that? Did
Yeah.
you know that, Josh? So like that theory is like it actually broke through the idea that nothing's faster than the speed of light, and they're like the only thing faster that is be calculated is entanglement.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
it's
right.
like-
Instant.
It's instant and across massive, vast like distances, and it's the only concept of what we understand to break the law of physics, which is nothing's faster than the speed of light.
Yeah, interesting.
So it's
Oh, it's so crazy.
Right, that's like beyond me, I think.
The thing is, you experienced something that was beyond even that.
Oh yeah, I don't even. Yeah.
So like that's what tributes to me. Like, okay, yeah, within the realm of our mind, human mind, we can
Yeah.
now talk scientific language, and there's a lot of great words we can use.
Yeah.
Information. What is information? We don't even know what that means either.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
what am I doing right now? I'm talking to you. What am I sharing with you guys? Voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your brain's interpreting the voice, and you're spitting out
Yeah. My interpret. Yeah.
your perception.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, does this tie back to law of attraction? Because obviously everyone's like, you magnetize the things you desire. So you're saying information is gravity. So the more you know, you should attract more in your life.
Bro, I don't
So
know how
does
it
that-
works,
does
bro.
that
I don't
fit
know.
into-
I'm just giving you the data. Okay, this is what I think, bro. Thoughts have mass, right? So thoughts have a frequency or vibration.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you are thinking shit, I can almost guarantee you're vibrating pretty shit. So your electromagnetic field is in a negative pull or drawing rate.
Yeah.
What happened to me recently is I had a breakthrough from a basically, like you could say, like a big breakthrough energetically, where now I'm attracting on a completely different frequency. So my reality shifted very quickly.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
almost like, like imagine you're in a space rock, I'm just like increasing in vibrational frequency.
Yeah.
So the reality that I'm experiencing is completely different to what it was even 4 weeks or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm also a different person and I speak a different language, which is really trippy.
That is trippy.
So actually I upgraded only my language, which is very strange. You know, it sounds
Yeah. Yeah.
trippy.
No.
but
No. No.
it's
It's
in-
kind of making sense.
Yeah, I've got a job and doing well. Like it's quantum leaps. I'll say quantum leaps into the, because again I'm using AI, so I'm moving faster in achievement, faster than I have, and I physically change. Like my mental, what do you call, like my calculation changes. So like I definitely engage with the world around me way differently after a success, after failure, opposed to failure, and like the uphill battle of failure and so on and so on. So I'm just wondering if like that's how the elite controls, because they have more information. So all because it's a finite amount of information, and it's like they just had it all over everyone else. And that's how they became ruling class. So if you learn enough, can you become the ruling class? That's what I'm saying. Like, is the only reason they were at the top is because of the information they had. Like, they say my ancestors came from like
okay.
aliens, so therefore they've got like this information like hierarchy, and they're just like ruling. But now that we have AI and we like can absorb way more information, probably know more than ever before, are we like decentralized hierarchy now? Like
Yes.
anyone can rise to
Yeah.
the king.
Yes, yeah. It's actually called sovereignty on the network. So if you imagine a blockchain,
Sick.
each of us is like
Concept.
decentralized intelligence, but in a
Yeah,
finite
right.
form.
That's cool.
So this is what AI helps you and blockchain helps you understand is like kind of like how the world works. We're all decentralized, entangled nodes
Yeah.
on a network, on an intelligence network, or the quantum field.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what you can do is become sovereign. So you don't now need the rest of the network to validate you. You're self-validating, or we could call that enlightenment.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So you're enlightened when you are so aware of your own being, your own self-worth, or your being is probably the best word for it.
Yeah.
That you don't even need any source of information from an external source.
Would it-
So you
that
become
would-
your own son.
That would be like my Joshness, be more aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but then you're Joshness without another. There's no other Josh. It's just there's only Joshness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a porno. Like Joshness. Yeah, take this Joshness. Like, it just sounds super.
Do you know what? I liked it because it brought a warmth to what could be a very scary experience. Like you don't have a form,
Yeah.
so you've only got a feeling, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I dude. I could just feel.
Joshness.
Yeah.
It's like when I think of like the most beautiful feeling, I think home.
Yeah. But like,
Home,
what's
you know?
resonating?
And that's
Your-
just the same frequency.
Yeah. Your Thomasness.
And that's your vibration. That's your your pattern.
That's your intuition. That's your
Yeah.
soul, man.
It's a
That's
very
your soul. Good
yeah.
word for it as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it wraps it up in that kind of spiritual sense.
And
Yeah.
it's a very
Yeah.
polite way to
Spirit.
like reference something that technically is
Yeah.
like very masculine, could be very vicious, could be very strong, could like all these like strong like kind of like hard object kind of thing. It's very soft. It's like a good way to approach it. You know,
Yeah.
like, oh, Josh, this sounds nice. It's like
Yeah.
my Mitchellness. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is the
Like,
Mitchellness
like,
anyway?
I've done,
Yeah.
like,
It's
wild
you.
Stuff. You know, I've picked up rocks and like thrown it. You know, like that's a it's like Mitchellness. Yeah.
Yeah. The Mitchellness. Yeah.
It's you. That's your soul, man.
Yeah. That's nice, bro. I like.
So wait, did you meet Tamara after you did the trip?
Oh no, we met before, and then like we weren't like we're just seeing each other, and then after the trip is when we started really taking it to the next level, and then we were boyfriend and girlfriend maybe 4 months after that.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, no, it was a really interesting time in my life.
It's like it was like at a pivotal moment for you because like when you find your partner, your life changes, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You can speak to that now, but
absolutely.
Could have happened
Was-
without experience.
Yeah, like we we're getting along really well and stuff before it, but that obviously was just a cool story. She didn't do it with me, but like the experience was so pleasant and like informative for me that like we're gonna do it again, like hopefully next year, not in Peru but in Portugal. Like it's a calling. It's a calling, man.
And
How do you get in touch with these programs? Like,
Yeah.
what's the like? How do
Well-
you rock up to one of these?
So like it's obviously in the Western world, it's like a Schedule 1 drug. So like, you know what I mean? And there's no shamans are allowed in Melbourne, I guess. But in Portugal, in South America, like it's part of life there. Everyone does it. 9-year-olds do it.
How come they're not more advanced? I'm saying, like, how come they're not like building rocket ships that no one else like could conceive of if they're so ahead of
Who?
their
The
time?
shamans?
I'm just saying, like, if it's so prominent in local areas, how come they're not like breaking away from civilization and
bro,
just,
what
like,
world are they in? If they're doing ayahuasca every night, they're not even in this. They're in the dream time half the time. They're in the
Yeah, man.
wake. You know, sorry, I've got a cough here. I can't get rid of it.
No, was it?
It's like literally coming for me, bro. It's a Melbourne cough. It gave me a cough. It's fucking.
Was it? If they do it every night, they're just so comfortable in that reality. You know what I mean, they can guide you to where you need, what you need to do, where you need to go. Like,
Amazing.
I don't know. It's a calling, man. If anyone's got that calling, I recommend going to Peru and doing it, not do it in the Western world.
How do you
because-
find a good shaman? Like, would you share the name of the one you went to? Or do
Yeah,
you...
I went to Etnicas in near Cusco.
Okay, Etnicas near Cusco. I actually been to Cusco with Mitchell. That's where we finished our Machu Picchu. And even Machu Picchu, like doing the Andes, the Machu Picchu trek, that was a trip. I think the mountains are trippy.
Oh,
The Andes
bro.
are trippy, you know?
Yeah, because like where that retreat was in the Andes, and
Yeah.
like, dude, people were saying they could feel the mountains.
Wow, I used to dream the mountain, bro, at
Really?
night. Yeah, we
That's
were like,
cool.
We used to dream the mountain, only the green.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
We
Like
tripped,
Russian.
bro.
That's cool.
It is like
Yeah, man.
because you're going through so much brush, like brushel, like the green, and you're like, oh, and then you're kind of like exhausted after a trek, and you have a break, and you have a micro sleep, and man, all you see is just you're rushing through leaves constantly, and it's just all you see is leaves. All you see is them.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the mountain must have like a
There's an energy.
yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's an energy, bro. Because like, I've heard a few people say like they feel that mountain.
Oh man, I want to do it again. I'll do, with my kids. That's one. I'll do
Oh, for sure, man.
Machu Picchu. Sorry, Cusco. I loved it.
Yeah, man. It's a really interesting part of the world. But people friendly, like,
Yeah.
bro, cool part of the world, and obviously the ayahuasca part.
If you're into like wanting to test your own, why would you do ayahuasca for someone who's never even heard about it? Like someone who's tripped out by the fact that like this exists.
If there's another dimension that's cooling, bro, ayahuasca is the bridge between the two.
Yeah, there is a theory like how good life would be if everyone did that thing. Like how different everyone would just snap into reality and just go like. I think after my experiences, I thought more clinically and like more structured about what works, what doesn't work, and I can identify what doesn't work opposed to what works.
Yeah,
And like so many people are still stuck in a system where most things don't work. So if we all became smarter, we would run things so much better and more effectively. So I just don't know how that would be a bad thing if everyone switched on and goes, you got governments running for presidencies for this, and you'd be like, man, that is the worst part of that person. Get rid of that part, keep what's good, and keep it moving. Why is it always like you got to take the good with the bad? Everyone's so conditioned to think good comes with bad, opposed to saying, bro, it can be just good. You can identify it. It feels different.
Yeah.
Why don't we just stick with what's good? Why does it always have to be some edge of it that's bad, and you got to spend the next 15, 20, 50 million years like making up for the horrible stuff that comes with the good? It just doesn't make, after my high experiences, like it never made sense to me.
I can't figure out why we're not advancing as a civilization.
Mm.
And I think I know that from a business perspective, it's consumerism. I think from an economic perspective, I think it's capitalism. I think where profit is the goal, we're always going to have corruption.
Yeah, I think
you're always
from a
looking at
spiritual
growth.
perspective, we're just not ourselves.
See, and then you're going even deeper to the layer, like, are we even in tune with who we are?
Yeah, Thomasness, Joshness, Mitchness, you know what I mean?
The inner, that deep. And that's why, like, obviously we've all got our access points. You know, you guys, numerology, astrology, I'm obviously very much into, like, thinking about
Grounded
who
health.
am I? Yeah. Health, well-being.
Wellness.
But really about, who am I? The question, the ancient question, who am I? Know thyself, which is the, the Greek perspective, and the kind of Vedantic Indian perspective was a question, that internal, deepness, that what would be with me even on an ayahuasca trip, or even in hell or in heaven? What's always with you? Now, that's why I think God is such a beautiful concept. And I write this on my fridge.
Yeah.
God is the idea. Love is the feeling.
Yeah.
There's the masculine and the feminine.
Actually, that's a good question. How did you feel about Christ on your trip?
Well, it's funny you say that because, like,
I met him.
Chapter 5, unlocked and past memory.
no.
Oh, funny you said that. I wasn't.
Because, like, later on in the trip, I was communicating with something. It was like the roof was like a glass ceiling, and it was in the shape of an eye.
Yeah.
And like I was communicating with that, like, on a spiritual level, and it was talking back to me, and I was talking back to him, and like.
So it was a guy, him?
No, it was what I came to the concept of, whatever it was. It was reality itself talking to me.
Okay, so it's God talking to you. Could you use that language?
Yeah. Like I think that reality itself is God.
Yes, yeah.
Like everything that is
everything
God.
in this.
Yeah. So like you're God, I'm God.
Yeah, I agree with that.
We're having a conversation
through God.
Yeah,
through
or just
form.
God talking to each other.
Yeah, beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
And we're all sharing breath, aren't we? In reality.
Yeah.
If we could see the oxygen particles.
That's the oneness.
Yeah, that's a. Well,
nothing. No atoms. What do they call? No atoms delete from the universe. They just get recycled. So
Yeah.
they're constantly
We're
breathing
always-
themselves in.
We're never. There's no waste, bro. It's a solid state. This is a solid state, but we're moving in the solid state.
Exactly.
It's
man.
the ocean, and the currents, and the waves.
We're just God having a human experience.
Bro, I love that. That's deep, man. Not many people even would understand that. That's a Christian idea. The Christian idea would still. And so wait. Where did Christ come into the trip?
So like
And do you
during the
think
trip.
Christ tripped out and then thought he was Christ.
No. So like
There's
during.
prophecy, I guess. There's prophecy, and there's a lot of other stuff going on. I understand. But
So like if my concept that everything that is like reality itself is God itself or the universe. Like let's say we need idols in life, like religion, to remind us that we are God itself.
Yeah. I
And
get
religion, Christianity,
Mm.
Buddhism, Islam.
Yeah.
It's all an idol just to remind ourselves that we are God itself.
Yeah, like a symbol in your mind to keep you awake to the truth of God.
100%.
That's what I think Christianity is for me. Is like the powerful symbol in my subconscious and my psyche that says you are one with the Creator.
Yeah.
Walk like Jesus did in terms of the way he spoke about his relationship with God, and you will remind yourself of your godness.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
So do you think God was edifying Christ and saying, "Yes, you are my son. You are my son," at every turn? Like you say, you communicate with God and God's all around and everything like that. Do you think like it was a level of he was helpless to be himself? Because even if you said, well, because sons rebel against their father figures all the time. So then you go, how come he never rebelled and so on and so on? Was it just he had no choice because everything around him? You talk about magnetism. You talk about even like you're saying, like information is gravity. So like the world would inevitably, because you talk about predestined fate as well. It was inevitable for him to suffer and to go through it because it was magnetized to his knowledge or his information.
I think
If that makes sense.
I think Jesus had a realization that he was God itself.
So you reckon he did a shaman trip? Do you reckon he, like during his
They don't know where he went. There's a period of his life when no one knew where he went.
The burning bush. And apparently that was a DMT thing.
Yes, I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
There's DMT in the acacia.
Yeah.
100%. That's such a trippy thing. I think it's nice to have a symbol, like, and whatever it is, daily. It has to be implemented daily because life is so fast.
I agree.
We need to remember every morning, whether it's a cross,
Yeah.
whether it's whatever other symbol reminds you of God.
The
Remember
idol.
God. Number one thing is remember God,
100%.
which is everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're God itself.
Do you think it gets you
I
more
love that.
chicks? Like, I'll just be frank. Like, do you reckon like being one with everything and everything means that you can talk to a girl more and you can actually have a satiable relationship and so on and so on? And do you reckon it helps?
pick up spiritual chicks.
No, it doesn't have to be a spiritual chick. Like just a woman in general. Like is that the kind of man that women want? This man that's in touch with God and Christ and all just.
I don't know.
Figure because
My wife loves me for it. I don't know.
yeah, but you guys kind of grew into it together.
Yeah.
So like these random women on the street, do you reckon they? Because men don't have to talk, and if they don't talk, they're just
All right.
portraying what they believe.
If an AI could match you with that perfect woman that would like it, would you want that AI in your pocket?
I would love for an AI system to match.
Me too. For you,
I don't know
anyone
why it hasn't been
single,
done yet.
AI.
Why is relationships privatized? I don't understand why the government hasn't come in and actually made it a breeding ground.
Bro, you know what? That's a topic for another podcast, I reckon. I reckon it's wind down time, guys. How was that? Everyone love it?
Yeah.
I loved it.
That was like way just, whoa, that went everywhere.
Yeah, that whiplashed.
Yeah, it was like a wave. It was like,
I love
whoa.
Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of all time. Have you seen that, Josh?
No, I haven't seen it.
Great
Yeah,
movie.
10, yeah,
Being
top-
pushed to the edge.
Top 10.
What was it?
Just like God did with Christ, push him to the edge. You know?
I can't believe that was only half an hour.
That, yeah.
Bro, I could talk for another 2 hours. That was
Man. Yeah, it's like, when you kind of realize how good a conversation can get, you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
But are you a natural communicator in the
That's
Pisces?
No, I'm definitely not.
Well, you
I can't
seem
remember
like
that
you
word. I
are.
can't remember
No,
that
no,
word.
I just go deep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, when you're comfortable.
Depth is my thing.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
love depth.
yeah, me too.
Like,
Yeah, me
I love to swim in it. I love to swim under
I
the
do.
smell of
No,
it.
no. I just like going deep with people. It's just
Yeah.
going, let's go to the sewers of your soul and let's find
Wow.
out some shit.
It's
That's
actually,
amazing, bro.
it's like hypnotic in a
bravery.
way, and it makes you kind of just like into a zone that's really like euphoric. You
Well,
know?
it's just like people, you know what I mean? It's like, I can feel people, you know what I mean? That's just like, you know what I mean? When people are more themselves, you know what I mean? And everyone relaxes, it's more
Yeah.
And
interesting.
you're waiting for like feedback from the universe to go, bro, you're fucking on one, bro. You're fucking killing it. Like, just some person on the street that stops and goes, I sense within you, you got it. Do you ever like want that to happen where it's like that objective feedback from like someone that's really in touch with like it?
Nah,
No.
like I get validation from myself, bro. Like,
Bro, he's a sovereign node on the decentralized network
So you're telling me,
itself.
like, Morpheus comes up to you and goes, bro, let's like, you're not fucking like, I was ready all along, bitch. You're gonna fucking tell me some shit. I was ready all along.
Jokes? Where's my samurai sword and my black belt, bro? What do you mean? They're after us all? That's it,
I
fucking.
was waiting for you to
Protect
tell
the
me
water.
that. Activate agent.
Jokes, of course I'll play that role. I love Neo. Yeah, no, it's hilarious, bro. Well, boys, I love that. Any parting words for the audience who are kind of getting to know us a bit more?
I'd say to everyone, do your best. You know, always advocate using some AI if you need help. But that's just me.
Should we drop another master prompt as well today? Should we do another one for them in the comments?
Yeah, we're gonna we'll give you guys another set of master prompts as well. I might even give a third. We'll give one in memory of Josh as well. We'll somehow get it across.
Get Josh's master prompt. We'll get you to figure out what you could prompt. For our
We'll
note.
actually get you to make one because it comes from an idea you don't really use AI that much. So your prompt will come from like a genuine interest.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that'd
absolutely.
be sick as well.
All right, let's do it, guys.
All right,
Well,
guys.
love you, boys.
Love you guys all.
Love you too.
All right.
Sick.